You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, the WNBA's got a real ratings problem, okay? The ratings came out for the Indiana Fever without Caitlin Clark game. I saw some people actually trying to spin this as a positive, and I was like, they're like 235,000 viewers. How is that a positive? I think it was still the 10th highest rated NBA TV game, and maybe that's the positive. I don't know. But it's clear, and I was trying to, there was some total F-tard in my comment section yesterday. I was trying to explain the dynamics of Jordan, Bird, and Magic and how people would tune in. It's the casual viewers that make all this work, not the hardcore fans. It's the casual viewers that are pulling in these big ratings. Oh, Caitlin Clark's playing. The casual is going to tune in. Now, on top of it, the Indiana Fever have a bit of a problem because they leap knee-deep into this pride thing, and people say, well, they've been doing that. That's great. All these sports leagues have been doing it, and every single year, John Matrix and myself destroy them over it. I said, I crushed my own 49ers and my own Yankees over it. You think I was going to let the Fever slide? No, I wasn't. And I won't ever. Every year we'll do this exercise over and over and over again until they stop doing it. But that all of a sudden built another layer of animosity towards this team, actually. And a lot of people said, well, after that, I'm definitely not watching with Caitlin Clark out. So I think last night's ratings are going to be very interesting. It's going to be a test. I watched the game. SmackDown was on. I almost turned it off the game onto SmackDown, but they started making their way back, so I stuck through it. And it was a disaster anyway. So this is the thing. When Caitlin Clark got hurt, I got on here and I said they can come out of this if she's gone. I don't know what it was. I said maybe 3 weeks. They can come out of this with like a 7-4 record, or maybe it was all the way. I may have done it based on being out a month. So 4 weeks out. I said, well, they can be 7-4 coming out of this. The problem, and this is going to be a WNBA issue too, not only the Fever, as far as ratings go, I had these 2 games as wins. Well, now I look at the schedule and I'm like, well, you can't take any of these games for granted. They could, in theory, lose all of them. They probably won't, but they could, in theory, lose all of them. I mean, yeah, they should beat the Sky, and the Sky has been the butt of our jokes. We've only got one more victory than they do now. So, oh shit. That's an old shit moment. This and we don't know where the ratings are going to go. If this team looks like it's, and I can't believe I got to say this out loud, let's say this team's not good. All right? Or let's say they dig such a hole that all of a sudden the team's got to try to come all the way back out of it. Are you going to lose viewers because of that? All right? That's something between, oh, and the other layer was the WNBA investigation. All right? So last night I posted this. No way the Ion Network was late coming back from a break. I feel like I'm watching AA baseball productions. The WNBA's got another problem. And look, Ion's production is pretty good, but they do this kind of thing all the time. Strange angles, 2 up-close shots, you miss the ball off the screen, or something boneheaded like they literally showed back up after the game was back on and play was happening. In fact, they showed back up, a play happened, and there was a foul. And we showed back up as they were, like, readjusting themselves from a foul happening. So I don't know how much we actually missed, but you cannot have that if this league hopes to grow. You can't have productions coming back late to these games. Amazon Prime. Please quit giving us local feeds. If Amazon Prime's going to carry the WNBA, they need a national team, a pre-production show, the whole 9 yards. It's got to be professional. In my opinion, the WNBA still has a major problem with the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark still looking like the only draw. In my opinion, these ratings are pathetic, and the leagues to change the rules to make the game more enjoyable. Right down here, this was the Sun Lynx, 431,000 viewers, and the Storm Mercury, 344,000 viewers. All right. Look at this. Both down sharply from last year's lone window, Fever Sparks, 724,000 viewers. They were 300,000 viewers light versus the Indiana Fever. And we know now if Caitlin Clark plays on Ion, it's a million viewer game. That's where this ended up going because the ratings on Ion, as people figured out where to find Ion and how to watch it, it's free on Roku. It's free if you got antenna, just like CBS or ABC. If you can pull it in, Ion is on there. As people figured out how to watch it, the Ion ratings went way up last year if Caitlin Clark played. So right here, Wednesday's Fever Mystics WNBA game averaged 357,000 viewers on NBA TV. That was without Caitlin Clark. But that's still way off. I mean, the previous NBA TV game against the Dream averaged 581,000 with Caitlin Clark playing. And then, of course, the Liberty and the Fever was a great game. 2.22 million viewers, 3.24 million viewers is what it peaked at. They got a problem. They got a problem. And if this team plays like it played last night, the WNBA's got a serious problem. Okay? Because let's say you were still keeping some casual viewers. You will lose them if they believe this team is not good. This team should, and that was the point in my last video. We don't know the identity of this team. This team doesn't have any chemistry, and this team should be very competitive and or a good team. This team should be good without Caitlin Clark. They've got the horses. Okay, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard. You should win 3 out of 4 games with that lineup. Lexi Hull and Sophie played most of the game last night, even though she got injured. You should win 3 out of every 4. You should be a good squad that blows out the Connecticut Sun without Caitlin Clark. So that makes me question how good is this team, period. But that also lends itself to be a disaster for the WNBA. A disaster. And a lot of people were like, well, Caitlin Clark's not growing the game if people won't tune in with her. Look, people tuned out when Jordan went to baseball. They tuned out of the NBA when Jordan went to baseball. And then when Jordan retired, they tuned back out again until Kobe came along. This is not hard. Magic and Bird had the casuals tuned in. Jordan had the casuals tuned in. Kobe had the casuals tuned in. Boy, the NBA was really hit a lull on viewership between Jordan and Kobe. Before Kobe's rise, let's put it that way. And then Jordan with the Wizards, that was kind of weird anyway. And he wasn't what he was. It just wasn't the same as when he was with the Bulls. So, yeah, if these leagues are going to succeed, it's not the hardcore fan. They got to have the casual viewer. There's nothing to pull in the casual viewer. They're not watching that Asia Wilson Nike commercial, that's 30 seconds, 45 seconds of pure unadulterated vomit. It came on my screen last night, and I just had this face the whole time. Well, if I had that face, everybody else did too. Shit. Come on. Tell me what you think. That's the real league's problem far as resonating. They got a whole laundry list of athletes that are highly unlikable. So, I mean, they're just unlikable. You can't snipe at people and expect people to tune in. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.